Zurich. Let's hope he stays there about 8 months. We don't need him at the football next year. He stinks with the Jake May stuff. All right, number one. All right, listen, I know he had a great year, and I love him too, but Mike Vrabel did not distinguish himself as far as Super Bowl 60 is concerned. We've talked about the play calls with the McDaniels. He's the head coach. He could have figured out what to do with the game plan as far as the week goes in Stanford. But the second thing is two sequences which I did not understand. They have done nothing offensively the whole game. It's 12-0 Seahawks. 5-something to go in the third quarter, and on 4th and short, he punts. Yeah. I mean, this is not the sequence we're looking at, or maybe this is the touchdown. All right, they gave it the wrong stuff. The 4th and 1, he 3rd and 1, they throw a bomb, and it's incomplete. It takes forever to throw the pass, an atrocious throw, another deer in the headlight look, and then he punts. You can't punt in this situation. You got the ball at the 40-yard line. It's 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, and you punt. That is horrendous football. That's playing not to lose. And then number 2, he scores the aforementioned touchdown, make it 19-6. Do the math, Mike. You can't kick the extra point. You're still 2 touchdowns behind. You got to go for 2 here, make the game 19-8, and then you're a touchdown and a field goal with the 2-point conversion away from tying the game. This is the 4th quarter. That was atrocious. Well, come on. I know you didn't freaking go to Amherst, but you got to get it right. With a scenario like that. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Those two drove me crazy.
Fair enough. I thought the same thing on that 3rd and 1, and then they punted it. It made no sense.
Yeah, 3rd and 1.
Get a little momentum.
3rd and 1, you have an opportunity. You got to make it. And then to your point, 2-point conversion. I had no idea.
Stevie?
Totally agree.
Okay,
let's move on.
number 2.
Argument here.
This is the NBA. They squeezed me out a third one, so I'm going to make this nice and long just to get them all annoyed. This is what I saw in the last couple days with the NBA stuff, with this load management during the games is a joke. First off, Washington, they won a game Saturday night in Detroit. Nobody thought they were going to win, so it didn't add up math-wise. So they played the next game Sunday in Brooklyn against the Nets. Do you know they sat there 3 young players who were 20, 21, and 21 years of age and only dressed 8, and one of them was a 10-day contract thing, and they got blown out by the Nets. I mean, because they want to protect their lottery situation. I mean, this is competitive sports. You got people. I know the Nets won, so the fans are happy. 17,000. This is no wonder Washington never wins. That is an absolute disgrace with what they did. But worse was Utah, who Saturday night in Orlando, they got a 17-point lead in the third quarter against the Magic, and he's got Jackson in there. They got the kid from Arizona in there, and North, the center. They took him out of the game, and they didn't play in the 4th quarter, and they lost. The next day in Miami, 2 days later, they did the same exact thing. That way they won. Why? They're protecting their pick because they don't want the top 8's protected. They don't want to lose the pick to Oklahoma City. Let me think of it, and it's not Will Hardy. He's got no power in Utah. Will Hardy doesn't make any decisions. This is Danny Ainge. Ainge played with Bird, Parrish, Walton, Dennis Johnson. And you think the Bird would put up with this? Here it is. They got a 17-point lead on a Saturday night against Orlando, who's playing for the playoffs. And he takes Jackson, his forwards, and his center out of the game. They don't play 1 minute in the 4th quarter, and they end up losing. I mean, John Stockton and Karl Malone played 17 years. Steve always kids me about the history. This is Utah history. Stockton and Malone played 17 years. Do you know that Malone at 39 years of age played 81 games and averaged 37 minutes? And I looked it up this week. Karl Malone at 39 years of age. And this idiot, Hardy, takes him out of the game and doesn't play Jackson and the other guys in the 4th quarter. I went to work as appendicitis and did a talk show. My goodness gracious. Where is your competitive juice? This is February 10th. This is not April, when you got a game to go in the season. You got 30 games. I know they stink, but this is not what sports are all about. You got paying customers. You got to go out there and you got to try to win the game. You can't bench your forwards. And don't let me hear about the traitors. Jackson's making $40 million. How about Jackson saying, you know what? I want to win a damn game. Get me in the 4th quarter. He could do that. And so could the center and both the other 2 players. They didn't. That is Adam Silver, I don't care about a European basketball league. Fix this problem ASAP. number 2.
Very good. You good?
Yikes.
Okay.
I'm finished.
Okay, very good. Stephen A., go ahead.
Your thoughts?
When he's right, he's right. It's disgraceful. And it's like, but I don't put it on the commissioner. I think the commissioner doesn't want this. The league doesn't want this. But whether it's Popovich 1 year, whether it's Kerr another, whether it's what we saw with just the other night, with the Lakers, or last night rather. I mean, you've got situations where you've got organizations that are making this decision and defying what the league would want. And so that's an incredible battle that the league has on its shoulders, and they got to figure it out. Yeah. But it's pretty hard to do something about it when you get an 11-year, $77 billion contract, and the money is coming in and collectively bargained as a 50-50 split with basketball-related income between you and the players. Folks can turn around and give you the proverbial finger. And that's what I think is happening. And a lot of times, more often than not, it's happening to the fans. Because that paying customer didn't come there to see that. No. I can tell you that much. They didn't come there to see that.
As somebody who covers the NFL, it's just such a different world when we think about what NFL players do and what we would ask them to do, and then you see load management and these types of things.
Can you imagine sitting your starting quarterback in the fourth quarter of a game? I don't care who you are.
No chance. And the problem the guaranteed contracts, they don't have a lot of say, like you're saying. This is coming from the top down. But when you're talking about competitive, and they're talking about lottery picks, and they're worried about the future and not now, careers don't last that long. It's a shame. It's a shame that guys can't get there.
Load management and tanking need to be addressed immediately.
Sure.
All right, we got more first take rolling.
Run the risk if you slap the franchise tag on a player, that player is not thrilled about it, and then how that goes
Breaks
from there,
down,
we don't know. And then the second part of it is, if you're the Cowboys, and I gave you the option of either having George Pickens or Max Crosby on your team. Again, we're just, to your point, we're playing Madden here with no consequences. Yeah. But the idea of adding a player like Max Crosby, that feels to me like it would be quite appealing.
Oh, my word. I mean, it's a force multiplier. He is a try-hard guy, which is a term that we use in the NFL. He never quits. He never stops, with athletic, freakish ability.
Right.
He does all of it. He never stops. I mean, the guy crashes down the run. He goes at the passer. If you think about how many times I was on this show talking about effort on Dallas's defense. Mm-hmm. You know what, that would never happen again when you see that guy line up on your side, because he is going to make everybody else play that much harder. Yeah. Of all teams, Greeny, anybody needing a pass rusher, if you ain't calling Las Vegas Raiders and trying to get that deal done, you have lost your mind. And if you're Max Crosby, he just watched DeMarcus Lawrence leave Dallas and go and win a Super Bowl. And understand, he has no shot in Las Vegas right now, right? And he's 28, right? So he's got, but that shelf as a defensive lineman can go quick. And as good as he is, go to a team that you think you have a chance.
I will say it again and again and again and again, as I said it last year. The Cleveland Browns should have traded Myles Garrett, should have traded Myles Garrett, should have traded Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was the best defensive player in the NFL this year. He broke the sack record, and they won bupkis. And that was the most predictable thing in the entire world, and they find themselves in a worse position than they were at this time last year. So the Raiders should absolutely learn from that. If they're not going to trade the #1 overall pick because they've decided there's a quarterback there they can't pass up, and I don't disagree with that. If you think Mendoza is the next in the line of great ones, then yes, you take him. Your next most valuable asset is Max Crosby. You can either lose a ton of games with him or without him next year. Lose the games without him and get a bunch of picks in return. The Raiders should, whether it's Dallas, whoever it is, the Raiders should trade Max Crosby.
And it's hard to argue that point because you look at what they need on their roster, and you can fill that with multiple spots. And I think you said it. Not only was Myles Garrett on the Browns, he won Defensive Player of the Year again. Right. They still didn't do what they needed to do to get to the playoffs.
And the coach got fired. I mean, literally everything that you could see coming happened.
For the player, bro. For Myles Garrett, I hate it. I mean, you're Joe Thomas. Yeah, man. Like,
well, Myles Garrett
took the money, guys.
He took the money. That's what he did. He came on with us on Super Bowl Sunday and said, I will not play for the Browns again. And they said, how about for this much money? And he said, okay, I changed my mind.
The money's still